wanna get at me sideways. Wanna trip, we gon' better high rate. I'm still with the but not the same homies. I done lost the chain and watch some change on me. I walked through the rain and watched it rain on me. I took all the pain and left the blame on me. I ain't want the fame, I swear the fame chose me. Tried to switch my lane, but it still came on me. Really hate this game, I use the same old cheat. I still my way. Go to war up the score for the then they still hate. I do more for by the day. I'm gon' for my that laid away. In love with my I must admit I gotta cut her. Tidy with the grab it, let the go. Now I make them sick with every fit I want my brother clothes. Play with this, we end it quick, I saw my brother slow. Cross with my brother, then know you crossing me. They wishing for me, wanna me. Split left for me and they all gon' see. I went hard for y'all to leave. Like I miss the old streets, yeah. Back when they didn't know me, yeah. I swear that it's so deep, yeah. Like I be the Kobe, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines.
There's always tension in the air when these teams face off. I love this atmosphere.
Yeah, they can say what they will about this being just another game. You can see it in their eyes. This is different.
And a big finish by Robinson.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two, there's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And Houston has possession. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Well, yeah, there's that explosiveness we talk about with Morant. He gets off the floor with such ease.
Hachimura outside. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Pass to Grimes. Puts up a three. Capella with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, we just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip. So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Morant. The Spurs making their last shot. Here's Grimes. 5 on the clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Capella.
Well, Morant is so athletic, and he finds himself at the free throw line a lot.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Now here's Morant. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Siakam outside. From the arc. Can't get it to drop. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Murray. Pass to Smart. Shoots over Morant. And it's Smart missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Siakam with it. Defended by Smart. And then Siakam with the jam.
And just a straight baller move from Siakam. I mean, shrugging off the coverage and keeping his focus on that basket.
Outside Murray. Rejected by Siakam. And a big finish by Robinson.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Now here's Murray. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Hachimura outside. Spurs need to get one up here. Capella can't get it to go. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Outside Morant. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Capella. Smart outside. On the wing, Murray. Hachimura from long range. Siakam pulls down the board. The Rockets lead by 5. And here's Morant. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Spurs making a change here.
Second team foul. Substitution for World Spurs.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Grimes. Launches it. Knocks it down from distance.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now here's Bay. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Now here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Pass to Bay to win the drought. Outside Murray. Bay with a screen. 6 to shoot. Smart for 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Houston leading by 10. Outside Morant. From outside the arc. And Houston another 3.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to review the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
Spurs trail by 13. Now Lowry. Pass to Šarić. Bay outside. Back to Šarić. And Šarić throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now Morant. Left side Murray. Back to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push. Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Outside Monk. Back to Morant. The three is up. And Houston, another three.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Spurs trail by 16. Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history. The San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline reporter right here, too.
Good-looking guy.
What a way to begin this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Marshall. Šarić, a screen. Lots of room. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Pass to Wiggins. Three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 16. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. There's a minute 54 left in the opening quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the tray.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Pass to Morant. It goes again. His sixth basket in 7 tries.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Lowry surveys the D. To the wing, right side. Fontecchio's shot is off. And so Monk will bring it up for the Rockets. The lead is 15. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name some may struggle with, but as well as he's played, get to know it. Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that. But then it stuck to me. Now I like it. Brian?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie. Over to the left wing. There's a screen by Love. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, and that said, it's hard to stop Love. He can roll to the hoop, pop out for the jumper.
Pass to Murray. The Rockets again can't hit.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
"26 seconds left in the first quarter. Inside. Love. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
Wow, look at Kevin Love attacking the rim, using his height to get up there.
Morant with it. 15 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Murray for three. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Houston Rockets. An insane quarter. No one could stop him.
27.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Bay outside for three. Houston leading by 12. Here's Carrington. They set the pick. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Bay right side. Clock at 6. 4-3. And that's good. Hachimura for three. Hachimura's got 5.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. It's Monk on the wing. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Larson. 4 on the clock. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Here's Capella. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Williams. Houston leading by 9. Here's Carrington. Pass to Murray. Nice move. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Houston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Shooting for Houston. Murray.
And the physical style Murray plays with will serve him well in this league.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Bay right side. Takes the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Pass to Larson. Here's Carrington. Now Murray. To the left wing. Here's Larson. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Larson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Murray looking around. Pass to Hachimura. From 9 feet out. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Hachimura's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
And it's good for 2. And the Rockets lead by 10.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
On the wing, Bay. Back to Alexander Walker. Pulls up. Rockets with a rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Carrington. And here's Monk.
Wow!
And he goes in for the dunk.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Murray, no good. The Rockets lead by 12. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, you can live with that turnover because they've been very careful with the ball up till this point.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Bay. To the inside. Here's Hachimura. The rebound by Wiggins.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Carrington. Outside Monk. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Monk's got 5 points now this quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Pass to Šarić. Back to Murray. And he drives in. Bay from long range. Offensive rebound. It's tipped.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Pass to Carrington. Up top, Monk. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Robinson gets the bucket.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Hachimura sets a screen to the paint. Bay outside. Pass to Šarić. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Rockets lead by 17. Here's Carrington. Outside Murray. There's the 3. And Houston, another 3.
They're shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
And here's Murray. Still no points. On the wing, Bay. Back to Murray. Hachimura outside. San Antonio again can't hit.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Monk. From deep. Hits the trifecta. Monk's gotten his third basket of the night.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Wiggins outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Carrington.
2 minutes.
Hey, watch him.
From behind the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Outside Murray. To end the run. Robinson with the block. The putback. Here's Pay. From downtown. A nice shot by Fontecchio.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. .125 left in the second quarter. Pass to Grimes. Here's Carrington. Wiggins for three. That won't go for him. Now 0 for 2. Here's Shamet. He's scoreless. Down low. Smart outside. There's a screen by Love. Fontecchio, right side. Shoots over Wiggins. Fontecchio's shot is off. The Rockets on offense. They're on an 18-5 run. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. It's stolen by Smart. The three. Fontecchio's shot is off. Houston leading by 20.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
And out of bounds, San Antonio will have it. Here's Shamet. Fires for three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Houston. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back after this word. And with a big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Spurs trail by 20. Now here's Smart. No points so far. Fontecchio outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Ryan, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And so Moran will bring it up for Houston. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Kicks it out to Siakam. Offline with a three. On offense, here is San Antonio. It's an 18-point game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Cleveland, where they'll face the Cavaliers. That's the first game of a 6-game road trip. Back to Shamet. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen by Love. Here's Fontecchio. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Houston leading by 18. Outside Morant. Inside. Siakam. And then Siakam with the jam.
Well, with Morant running the pick and roll, good things usually happen.
Pass to Fontecchio. Aldama in the post. Pascal Siakam with a rebound.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Now Morant. He's got 15. Screen by Robinson. To the inside. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Number 6.
Spurs trail by 20. Smart with the ball. No points yet. Pass to Aldama. Here's Shamet. Picked by Aldama. To the paint. Siakam pulls down the board.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Prime shot is off.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Pass to Shamet. Now here's Aldama. Outside Love. Here's Shamet. San Antonio again can't hit.
Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
And here's Morant. He's got 15. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Well, this is Morant at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
Smart looking around. Pass to Shamet. Here's Love. Over Williams. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
And here's Siakam. Now here's Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Williams. Aldama grabs the board. A challenging stretch here for San Antonio. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Siakam for 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Here's Marshall. Still without a bucket. Pass to Alexander Walker. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
In transition, here they come. And stolen by Murray. Back come the Spurs in transition. Pass to Alexander Walker. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Houston leading by 20. Siakam outside. The three ball. Nails it from three. Siakam's got 7.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
Outside Murray. Hachimura left side. Just 5 to shoot. Comes up empty down low. And so Moran will bring it up for the Rockets. Moran with the slam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Outside, Alexander Walker to the paint. Stolen by Siakam. Morant looking around. Pass to Siakam. Back to Morant. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Murray. San Antonio with the ball. Here's Marshall. Back to Hachimura. Lets it go from deep. No good there.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Moran. Now here's Siakam. Let's go with a 3. Capella with a rebound. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And the Rockets will go for a different look here.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
San Antonio with the ball.
Substitution on court.
Now here's Smart. Averaging around 5 points a game. Pass to Bay. They still need this. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Bay's got 7 points in the game.
And such a gritty player. I like how Bay pays the D no mind on the way up.
Down low. Here's Murray. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And Bay, here we go. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Keegan Murray.
Yeah, defenses have to be careful how they guard Bay, especially when he's slicing to the rim.
Good on both. Here's Carrington. .144 left in the third. Murray from outside sends it home from three-point land. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Smart outside. Šarić right side. Pass to Shepherd. Bay outside. Second chance shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, solid shooter at the stripe. Bay really confident when he has freebies to shoot.
Good on the second one.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Here's Carrington. Picked by Murray. Takes a 3. Rebound by San Antonio. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Shepard. No made baskets yet. That shot wide open.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Here's Carrington. Monk for three. Connects from downtown. Monk's got 11.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Pass to Carrington. Kick by Murray. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Houston up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They're official. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Carrington. Outside Murray. Pass to Carrington. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
And the slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, good footwork by Capella. Setting the pick and finding his spot.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth.
Well, I don't know what happened during halftime, but he just hasn't had his focus since the break. Too many careless turnovers.
Now Smart. Hachimura sets a screen. Inside. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Here's Carrington. Pass to Monk. And here's Murray. Right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Carrington. No good from outside. Smart with the ball. Screen by Capella. On the drive, Smart. And so the ball out of bounds. Smart touched it last.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And the Spurs making a change here. The Rockets lead by 23. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Carrington. Outside Monk. Shoots. Houston with another miss. And so Lowry will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. To the inside. They get the rebound. Pass to Shepard. Offline from the high post. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Carrington. Sinks it from distance.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Capella. Soft touch off the glass. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And here's Monk. To the paint. Here's Murray. No good with a layup. San Antonio with the ball. Deflects the pass. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Houston leading by 22. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Lowry outside. They get it again. Capella can't get it to go. Houston with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Siakam outside. The three. Capella with a rebound.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Come to me, come to me.
Lowry outside. Pass to Hachimura. Screen by Capella. Inside. Robinson with a steal. Lets the three fly. And a big finish by Robinson.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. And here's Lowry from the arc. Fires in the triple. Lowry's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Well, he's been doing it for such a long time. The defense has to play Lowry tougher from three.
Here's Carrington. Here's the three. Gets the three ball to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Capella. The bank shot, no good. Stolen by Capella. Pass to Shepherd. Jacks up a three. Out to Hachimura. Here's Shepherd. Hachimura sets a screen to the middle. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Siakam the screen. Down low. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003. 20 years later, though, things seem to be percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action. And we know that the NBA is all about growth.
So both teams changing it up here. Pass to Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Šarić. On the wing, Bay. There's a screen by Love. Rebounded by Johnson. And so Porter will bring it up to the Rockets. To the inside. And stolen by Bay. Outside Love. Pass to Shamet. There's a screen by Love. To the middle. Oh, here's Love with the jam.
And you can't lose sight of Love in these pick and rolls. He's skilled at converting in different ways.
And here's Porter outside. It's hauled in by Saric.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Lowry, no good. The Rockets lead by 22.
2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter here. Poke loose. Stolen by Lowry. Pass to Love. Back to Lowry. Stan, there are lots of loud arenas in the NBA. What was the toughest place for you to win?
Well, Brian, it was against whoever had the best players on the other side.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Rockets.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ja Morant.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one could stop him.
Now here's Porter. Pass to Larson. To end the cold spell. Rebound by San Antonio. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Bay. Baseline jumper. The shot no good. Porter with it. Outside Johnson. Here's Beauchamp. Pure from three-point range.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Bay outside. Pass to Shamet. Fires from deep. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the
Two man in my line heard one of my things dating. P Diddy need 20% or whatever. Outside, my head in my hands.
I told her my name is Sam. She said no, the one on your birth certificate. Your boyfriend ran from a diamond test cause they weren't legitimate. She Turkish Cypriot, but her car's Brazilian. I want her, and bro wants her affiliate. I'm cheap, still like, yo, can I borrow your Netflix? She a feminist, she think I'm sexist. Twisting my words, I think she dyslexic. Give me my space, I'm intergalactic. Before I up into my Amit. Alright. This ain't stainless steel, it's platinum. Tucked in napkin. Still loading, that's the caption. I've only amounted a minimal fraction. Eat good, I got indigestion. Best in my hood, no aspirin. Can't get rid of my pain with aspirin. Dave just came in an Aston, I'm making that Maybach music. They're trying to insult my intelligence. Sometimes I may act stupid. I never went uni, I've been on a campus. The students, if bro let the drumstick beat, then something gon' leak. We ain't playing exclusives.
Take a look at these